So I wanted to do a houseplant tour because I watched a YouTube video of somebody's houseplant tour and I sent it to my fiance and he thought it was cool. Well, I thought it was cool and he was like, you should do that. And I was like, I should. So here I am. These are my houseplants, just most of them. So I'm just gonna walk you through and just tell you some things about them. That's Mbake, my cat. He went outside, but he killed a bunny the other day. So, yeah. The thing I've been doing recently is I've transferred all of these from soil to semi-hydro, which is LECA Lightweight Expanded Clay Aggregate. I can maybe do a video on that in detail in the future, but basically they're all living in either water, straight up water right now, which is called the long method for transferring to LECA or semi-hydro, and the others are in these little clay balls. Alright, so we'll start off with this. This is a Maranta lemon lime. I love this plant because it is, I forgot the scientific name for it, but it moves based on like day and night cycles. So during the day, its leaves fall down like this, and then at night, its leaves go up. And I think it's cool because every time I look at it, it's in a different shape. And I got a couple new leaves coming in, so that's exciting. And here is the philodendron Brazil. Here's the silver satin pothos. Recently got this one. These are two different kind of aloe plants. Both of them were gifted to me, so that's exciting. This is a snake plant. This is a pothos cutting. Some heartleaf philodendron, I think. Here's a pothos in LECA with the wick setup. And then here's my monstera. Here's a fuzzy Trandescantia. I think that's how you say it. I think it's cool plants that have different like textures and feels, and just plants that are really unique, like this one, my monstera adansonii. It has holes in it. It's known colloquially as the Swiss cheese plant because of the holes. This one is thriving in LECA. I had originally cut off all the roots, which I don't think I'm going to do again, but I didn't know what I was doing at first. And it's already grown new LECA roots, so that's awesome. Here's my ZZ plant, which I recently transferred to semi-hydro, and I was a little worried about because apparently they can be difficult because they're like succulent type and don't like sitting in water, but it's been doing great. It's got some new shoots coming up and they're all healthy. This is the Seningonium. I don't know how to say it, but this is one that I also cut the roots off of at the beginning, and it's doing great. It's got new roots coming in. I got a lot of these jars at Goodwill. I went to a ton of different Goodwills and just found a few pretty jars to put my plants in LECA. And this is a peace lily. I think it technically was my mom's actually, but when I got super into houseplants, I kind of just adopted it as my own. So thank you, Mom. Here's the dwarf umbrella tree. Yeah, not much to say about that.
Okay.
I was gonna sell it, and then it didn't sell, and so I was like, well, might as well stick it in some semi-hydro. Really nice in the long method water. This is a Nepenthes pitcher plant. This is in moss, I think. It's a carnivorous plant, and those can't have any nutrients. I think it's just moss, it's not soil or anything. And these are Pinniculas, another type of carnivorous plant. I just have them sitting on lava rock, and it's filled with distilled water because they also can only take distilled rainwater or reverse osmosis water. This is a cutting of a jade plant. And here I have a bunch of jade leaf propagations. I wake up every day and hope more of them are dead. It's May now, and I've been working on them since January, and I'm just so done. I used to have 4 containers, but some of them I've rotted, some of them, it took me a while to figure out how to even do it. Oh, and this is a grow light that Seth got for me for Valentine's Day this year. He's the cameraman right now. These are all the ones that are sprouting. But yeah, I'm never gonna do that again. I don't think so. I'm just so tired of them. I'm ready to have my space back to just for plants. This is some monstera deliciosa. These were from this plant, but they were just tiny, and I was worried about them transitioning with the bigger plant, so I just did them separately. And these are the same thing, monstera deliciosa, except for this is the one that my next door neighbor kindly gave me. And this this was when I was first learning about LECA, and unfortunately the root system was so well established and it was doing so well, and I tried to transfer it into LECA, and from different things I had read, I was trying cutting off all the roots. Actually no, that was after. So a root started to turn, the root turned fuzzy, and I thought it was mold, and I thought it was bad, so I like freaked out and cut off all the roots. But it turns out that's what happens in LECA. Some of the roots, especially the ones more exposed to air, they get fuzzy, and that's normal. That's how they, I think, just get moisture from the air. So it was fine, and I was worried they weren't gonna make it, but thankfully they've already started getting some roots. I think it's because they were struggling for a while, but I tried this clone root solution, and I think that really helped. I have all these on like heat mats right now, the ones that are transitioning. Here's my Alocasia mellow. It used to have 2 leaves, now it's just at 1, but this one leaf is yellowing. I do think this leaf is gonna be lost, but I think maybe I can help it survive. I think this is a leaf here. I think maybe even if I lose all the leaves, it's still alive and I could still grow it. But Alocasias apparently are notoriously difficult to keep just in general, but especially repotting or transferring to semi-hydro. But thankfully, this is my Alocasia green unicorn. I got these in Nashville. And if you look at it, the underside of it is purple, so that's kind of cool. Yeah,
very
it's
cool.
Transferring to LECA right now. It's in the process. I've been following this YouTube channel called the LECA Queen and followed all her advice for transitioning Alocasias to semi-hydro. This unfortunately was one of the Alocasias and one of the plants that I transferred at the very beginning and like chopped off all the roots and everything. It's the Alocasia silver dragon. It's struggling, it's holding on, but I don't know, it might pull through, it might survive, but if not, then I will get a replacement plant for it, because I think the silver dragon is really cool. This is my Alocasia. I don't even remember the name of it, but I think it's like one of the most standard ones. I think it's Alocasia poly. And this is Alocasia Okinawa silver. This one Seth bought for me. He's so sweet. And it's my only Alocasia with, well, I guess that one has 3 leaves, but besides that, it's the only one with like a lot of leaves. There's like a ton, and there's like multiple plants in the plant, so that's really exciting. I put off transitioning this plant for a long time because I was just so worried I didn't want to lose it, but it's in semi-hydro right now in the wick setup, and it's actually doing really well. I haven't lost any leaves basically, so that's really exciting. This is the same thing as this one, the silver satin pothos. The water is this color because I put in this recharge compost tea thing to help them, because I had a sample of it, but I then did some more research and learned that I don't think I'm going to use it again. It's just not best suited for semi-hydro or hydroponics. Hydroponics is just growing plants exclusively in water, and semi-hydro is growing in like part in water or part LECA or like pebbles. This is just a few cuttings in this mason jar. There's this special lid I got from Dollar Tree actually. It just has like some dividers in it, and it's really good for cuttings. There's a philodendron Brazil, a random pothos, and a something Trevi Moonlight. This is a silver satin cutting, and then this is from the same family as the silver satin pothos, because it's actually not a pothos, I don't think. It starts with an S and it has a C in it and ends with an S, I think. But I don't remember what this one is, but if I figure it out, I'll put it.
That narrowed it down a lot.
It's from the same family, if I don't remember the name. But I'll put the text up there if I can find it. And then one more over here. This is my Monstera Peru. I really like this one. I think it's cool, especially it is in my jam jar. But I think it's cool because the leaves are like I said earlier, I like different texture leaves, and these are like really bumpy, and I don't know. I just think it's cool having a bunch of different varieties of things. And I really like Alocasias and pothos because they're really easy to propagate. Pothos just by cuttings, and then Alocasia by either when they grow new plants like this and you can separate it, or by corms. It's the things that grow underground, and then you can either leave them and they turn into new plants, or take them off, and basically you can use it like a seed and then start a new plant. All right, moving over here. Here's my oak grape ivy with this like trellis I made out of a wire hanger. I like put it upside down and stuck it in the soil and kind of shaped it like that. And over here are a bunch of my propagations for, it's just more philodendron heartleaf. This is my syngonium. You can come a little closer if you want. This is my syngonium. I don't know what type it's called. It's the kind that's like kind of pink. These are more succulent propagations. This is kind of like my propagation area. These
propagation station.
What?
Propagation
yeah,
station.
it's my propagation station. These are some more pothos cuttings, and then this is the purple velvet plant. It's another cool one because it's fuzzy and velvety, and it's super cool. What?
Nothing. It's just I love it. Keep going.
And then this is the Tradescantia. I don't remember the different types of them they're called, but this one is also a different cool feeling. It's like waxy. I don't have any other plants like that, but I was trying to sell it because I learned that it's a crawler. Basically, you would need a really wide pot because it would just crawl along the ground. It doesn't grow up. And
if you kind of hold it still. Like,
oh, sorry.
You're good. It's hard to show that it's like leaving the pot or trying to. Yeah.
This is gonna be such an interesting video with the cat background noise. But yeah, so I just don't think it's best suited for a houseplant, even though it is sold as that. So
false advertising.
Yeah, I'm either gonna give it away or I don't know, just use it as like a experiment and try and transition to LECA, but I'm not too worried about it. Moving on. Oh, there's one I forgot over here. This is my Spanish moss. It's an air plant. I think it's so cool. Just having it hanging around. It's a great little decoration. And Bake, it's okay. Sometimes he quiets down if I hold him, so I'll try that for the video. Hey, it's okay. I'm dog sitting a dog and he's petty. This is my gallon that I use to fill up the humidifier. And this is a mixture of water, dish soap, just a couple of drops of dish soap, and hydrogen peroxide. I use it to spray the roots when transitioning, and I spray it in the water. I do drops of hydrogen peroxide in the water when I'm doing the long method, just because it helps add oxygen. I think hydrogen peroxide is water with one extra oxygen molecule. I could be wrong on that, but I think so. Yeah. Here I have a temperature thermometer, and it's a temperature checker.
Temperature, yeah, sensor.
A thermometer and hygrometer, that's like humidity. I just put it over here just to see what humidity my plants are getting, because the humidifier says one thing, but I like to have it in the area of where my plants are, just to know what the humidity is like over there. It's okay. And here's my cute jar that I keep, or my cute container that I keep my LECA in. I got it recently at TJ Maxx, and it's got this like acacia wood lid. I love it. And then here's my compost bin. I just use this for when I transition to semi-hydro. I put all the dirt in here from the past pot, and then I put any dead plants, dead leaves and cuttings that failed, or just random things like that. If I use strawberry, I'll put like the tip in there, just things that I can compost. Oh, over here, I wasn't really going to include this, but might as well. This is a dragon stone with some moss on it. I went to Seth's house and got like a huge gallon Ziploc bag just full of moss. I just love moss. And then I got home and realized like, oh, what am I even gonna do with this? I don't know why. I didn't even have a plan. I don't know what I thought I was gonna do. The rest I just put in my front yard. Right now I just have it on the rock. Eventually I'm gonna make it a pinguicula rock. In the houseplant community, some people call it a pingdom. But yeah, for now, I've just got some moss on there. Over here, I have the rest of my air plants. Not very many. I am honestly really bad with air plants. I have bad luck with them. I don't know the names of all of them, but this one's dying. Another one I had died. This is another air plant. It doesn't seem to be dying yet. Here's some more air plants over here. They are dying. This is a parlor palm. I'm gonna be selling it or getting rid of it. I've been downsizing my plant collection because I'm moving, and so I just want to save space. And also just because when I was first getting into houseplants, I got like every kind of houseplant. I've been into houseplants since January, so like a few months now. But lately I've like kind of figured out what I'm into and which houseplants I love and which houseplants I could do without. And so yeah, I've enjoyed getting to learn what each different ones need. Here's bamboo over here. This is a bamboo plant, one of the first plants I got when I was in the houseplants. It was dying. I like forgot about it the day I bought it and left it in my car, and it was like freezing, so it like died. But there was this left, and people said that I wasn't gonna be able to get it to root, but I didn't really do anything. I just stuck it in one of the propagation station suction cup on the window things, and yeah, seems to be doing good. I won't keep this one forever, but I have it in an A8 bottle, which is super cute. Same with this one, it's just another lucky bamboo. Yeah. And then, is that all? That is all. That is all of my houseplants. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know I will in the future, just getting to come back and watch it and see all my houseplants and see maybe how my collection has grown. I've become more used to LECA and learned more with that. But yeah.
I love you.
Love you. Thank you for recording. This is the Brazilian philodendron Brazil. Sorry, I need to calm down. I can't talk.